All right, we're going to do a short video on how to do your products, put some products into Woocommerce. So basically I'm logged into my system. I'm in the test system. I'm going to go into Woocommerce. And a couple things I want to look at right off the bat is go into settings for the Woocommerce, come down and check my currency. I want to make sure it says United States. I know some of y'all had pounds in there, so go ahead and change that to currency. Then I want to go into my products. I'm just going to add just a basic product. I already have a basic product in here. I'm going to edit it, so I go to edit. It comes in and here's my product. So I'm going to add a couple things to it. I'm going to give it a better description. We talked about this in class, so you kind of know what a good description looks like. Once I edit that part, I need to also edit this permalink. So I'm going to want to put in, if I just put in fat bike Peloton and click OK, it's going to put the dashes in there for me. Okay, and that's important. We'll talk about that in the next couple weeks of search engine optimization. I'm not going to put anything in this upper paragraph description here. Okay, it's a simple product. The price, let's just call it $1,800, and the sale price is $1,600. It's a lot. And then over here in categories, I'm going to just say, you know, it's just a bike, okay, for right now. And I can add some, let's just say bike under product tag, okay. Then we're going to want to have our product image. We'll add some of that. But then this is down here in the product short description is where we're going to want to put our description. So I'm just going to copy some what's called lorem ipsum. Essentially, it's just some Latin, and it will just be like a filler. And right below that, I'm going to go ahead and put some bullet points. Okay, and technically, you don't do bullet points like this. You'll use this bullet point here. So I'm going to just highlight that, say bullet points, and kind of go through this, make them look a little bit nicer. And these are just some random things that I wrote down a couple times. Here's my bullet points. Okay. All right, I'm going to click update. And let's just take a look at this product. Now, probably the easiest way to actually see the product is just click right on the product link. Okay, I'm going to hold the shift button down when I did that, so it'll actually open it in a different window. So you'll notice that my picture size is crap. You can tell because when I clicked on it, it just turned into pretty small. So I need to update that and put a better picture in here. But I got a good chunk of a description, very creative. I got my real price, my sale price. It shows that it's on sale automatically and no reviews. I don't have a description down here. Okay, pretty easy. Okay, now I want to talk to you a little bit about getting rid of the, so if we go to our home page, the big thing that sits right up here, let's just look at it real quick. So if you go into customize, this is the picture that sits on every page. You go to customize, breadcrumb settings is where it is. And under WooCommerce breadcrumbs, if you enable it, this is the part that's enabled. I really think it looks really bad. You can put an image there, but I personally just hate it. If you just hit disable, it's going to take it off all of your pages and just make it look a lot cleaner. So that's how you get rid of the category image at the top. Okay, that's the easiest way. All right. And then the other thing I wanted to show you while we're here in the actual, I'm going to click publish just to save those changes. But while we're actually here, I wanted to show you what it looked like for the product, how many products go on a page. If you click into WooCommerce settings and click on the category page settings, you could say, give me the one without any sidebars. You can do a left sidebar, and the left sidebar adds this extra information, which you can edit. The right sidebar does the same thing. There is no right sidebar set up already. But I like to say, let's do this without sidebars, kind of give us our most bang for our buck. And we could say, you know what? I want 4 products in a row, and I want to display 12 products per page, which you guys aren't going to do more than 8 for your assignment. So all of them will be on one page. So that's where you would go. That's for the category pages. Again, hit publish to save it. And then I'm going to go back and do the same thing for the single product page. This down here is how many number of upsell products there are, and display the number of related products. So if you want 4 at the bottom, 4 at the bottom, and those related products will be based off of keywords and stuff like that that you put in here. And say I don't want to put any sidebars on my actual single product page either. And I'm going to click publish. So I've gone back in, and now I'm going to edit the product one more time. So I'm in the product. I'm going to come down, and I want to actually change out this picture. So I'm going to say remove this product image. Remove all the products from down here also. I'm just going to get rid of all the products. Okay. And I'm going to set the product image. So I'm going to come down here. The product image is the big one, and this is my big image. And notice that the size of this is only 500 by 600, 490 by 600. I really want one that's like 1,000 by 1,000. So I should have gone back and found one that's a higher quality. So I'm going to set that as my product image. Okay. And then in my other images, I want to have more. So I'm just going to hold the control button down, and I'm going to select my other images. Notice they all have check marks. I'm going to add them to my gallery, so they're all down here. Okay. One other thing is, let's just hit update, and then we'll view the product. All right. So if I hit refresh with that small picture, notice what they do. The pictures kind of like stack up on top of each other here. It looks kind of like, looks pretty junky. So I'm going to refresh it. Look what happens when the bigger image shows up here. Okay. And when I click on it, it's still not really a huge image. It should be a lot bigger so you'd have more detail. Okay. And then these other images will pop up down here. Okay. But notice here that these bullets are really close to this system here. So I want to add a little bit of what's called spacing right here. So I'm going to edit the product. I just click edit product. And right after the Delta Cleat system, under short description, I'm just going to hit enter twice. I think if I hit shift enter, it should just put like one extra line there. If I do it twice, it might put too much space there. So let's just take a look at it and see what it does. So if I view the product again, it did not do a very good job of putting the space there. So let me go and put in enter twice instead of just that shift enter. So I'm here, I'm going to hit enter and then one more time. And then I'll update that and see if it gave us a good spacing. Okay. So view the product. And it did. It gave us a little bit of spacing right here. That looks really good. Okay. The last thing I want to do is talk to you a little bit about these categories. Of course, with the categories, you're going to customize it within the menu system. So if you go into menus, and the one that you really should be working on is it's the primary menu. So you hit select, it loads the primary menu. I want to load up my categories here. Well, you say there is no product categories here. So you come up to the screen option and you say, oh, it just wasn't checked. So you check that box, and then product categories is here, and you would just add your product categories here and put them in the order that you want. Save the menu, okay, and then that is ready to go. Okay, so that your product categories, and then of course do the same thing that we did before, adding some categories down in your footer like we've done before. That's easy. Okay. So if there's no questions, those are the ones that you'll need to do well on this product, getting your products put on to the system.